Well, the last time Paul joined members of the men's basketball team to learn how to execute the ball screen. This time we'll flip it around. Paul learns how to defend against the ball screen in this week's brand new Pro Tips.
Last time we talked a little bit about ball screens on the perimeter and what the offense was doing utilizing those ball screens. But one of the things that we're seeing, since nearly every team utilizes perimeter ball screens, you got to defend those ball screens. So I brought along my helpers once again, Chad Calcaterra, North Dakota assistant Dean Oliver, and Quentin Hooker. Coach Oliver, okay, we've talked a little bit about what we do when we have the ball in our hands and how to utilize ball screens, but now comes the real challenge of defending the ball screen. So we've got Q and we've got Chad helping us out a little bit. So we talk about, okay, I'll have the ball in my hands, and I know how easy it would be for you to take it away from me. So let's, for the purpose, let's pretend that I'm really good today.
Well, there's a lot of different ways to guard the ball screen. One of the most prevalent ways is Q is going to force his man into the screen, all right? And I'm on Q's team helping him out, and I'm a big, and I'm not a very quick big, so I'm going to hang out back here and kind of shade the ball handler. So as he screens, Q's job is to make sure that Paul does not reject the screen. He's got to force him to use the screen and get over as quick as possible. Now, as he gets over, great job. All right, come back, Q. The technique of getting over the screen is, one, he's got to have a wide base in his stance, and then he's got to whip his leg and elbow through the screen, just like he did. So he whips his leg and elbow through the screen and gets over. Now my job is to slow him down and just be here for help and support. I'm in a stance, help and support until he gets back. Q has to tell me he's back. Once I hear that, I'm out, going back to my own man, okay? So that's one way to guard it. Now, let's say Paul is a very quick, explosive guard, and we're worried about him.
It's a stretch.
We're worried about him getting to the basket against a slow defender like myself, which is the truth. So we're going to guard it a different way this time. So Q's going to do the same thing. He's going to try to get over the screen. So as he's coming, I have to get up here ready and now force him out this way, away from the basket. I'm going to have two hard slides. As I slide, Q's going to be able to get back, and now I'm out. So I'm going to try to slow down that ball handler.
So your job as a big is to slow that down until he can recover to get him bent off the floor back towards the midcourt stripe then.
Exactly.
Okay. One other quick question, and this goes back to personnel and knowing personnel and handling these situations. If you were to go under a screen defensively, you better not be going under against a shooter, because that's all the space they need. Is that correct?
That is very correct.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, you know, that's one of the main problems with guards is it takes a lot of energy to go over a screen, because you have to fight and whip that leg through, and you're battling someone who's bigger than you. So that's one of the main problems, is you give into fatigue and you just try to slide under.
Well, guys, I tell you what, that's a great run through of what's happening on the floor. Hopefully, if you're watching at home, it just goes to show you how much energy, effort, and details are involved when guarding ball screens. Something you see so common today in today's professional and college games. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks a lot.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of Pro Tips.